Hello, good evening and welcome. Still got my glasses on my head. I've been doing some prep work next door in the lounge for my swaps for the upcoming convention I'm going to. So just getting my screens ready here. There we go, we're ready to go. And I'm going to make a cute little handbag tonight. Now, you really aren't going to want to miss this one. If you're watching on replay, then welcome. Hello. That's just popped up to say I'm live. I should be in the right place. So let's get down onto the table. Flick you across there and let's see how we're doing. So I'm going to make a cute little bag. Now, this is something that I've done with some ladies today. I had a couple of friends over, not as a class, but we had a nice catch up and a lunch out. So they saw the little bag on here and I said, oh, I could make that one tonight. So here we go. So we're going to use a 6-inch piece of designer series paper. Now, I've been sharing with you the series from the Cute as Can Be papers. So I've shown you those over a couple of weeks. So I'll put those away. I have taken out one of the papers from that set. Now, the decision is which side to use, because you are going to have an upside down. If you have one coming this way and one coming up the other side, you are going to have one side that is upside down. But I wanted it to be a small print paper. So the hearts would be good, but you will have them upright on one side and upside down on the other. So I'm kind of thinking those bees equally, they are going to be standing on the heads on one side. So that's not an awfully good one either, really, is it? This one here actually would kind of work because these are going all directions and then this will be your inside. So I think I'm going to go with that one instead. Just flick through the rest of these to see if there's one that would be... That one would be quite nice, wouldn't it? We haven't used that one. I think we've used that one before on a live, so let's go with this one. All over design, fits the bill perfectly, and they're small flowers. You really don't want to have a big design. This will be on the inside, so please don't worry. Oh, lots of comments. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, it's been lovely weather, hasn't it? Absolutely. We walked to the local pub here for roast lunch today, the three girls, and it was really good to catch up. One of our friends, mutual friends, is down from Scotland. The lady who we went up to see, last year, at the end of last year's time. So it was really good to catch up with Jane and Julie. Hi, Lynn. So I've just sat there very quickly and just cut my 12-inch piece of designer series paper into 6-inch squares. Okay, the 6-inch barrier is here on your guillotine, your trimmer, paper trimmer. When it's the arm here is closed, it just butt up against this edge. No measuring, no looking at numbers, just butt it up there and you're fine. So we want 6 inches, and we're going to score it. Now, I'm going to introduce you back to another tool tonight. We'll do the rest on here, but I will switch over onto there. When you're scoring paper, you need to be careful not to press on the scoring blade here. The light grey one is the scorer. You need to be careful not to press on too hard because it's thick, good quality paper, but when you press on it too hard, you can actually cut through that paper. So just be mindful of that and just light little score lines. So we're going to score this on a 2 inches. Okay, you can, just off the top there, can you see that one? I think you can. I think I've frozen. There we go. So 2 inches on there, and we're just going to score down there lightly, light pressure, and then we're going to move it to 4 inches. And again, just score lightly. Then we're going to turn the paper quarter of a turn, and we're going to do the same again. So think of it, I described it today as being a noughts and crosses board. Okay, we're going to have tram lines on here. You won't be able to see this online, I'm afraid, because it is literally, if I bring it up, can you see it on there? Just where my thumbnail is there's a score line. So it's basically noughts and crosses board. If you can't see it, then just take my word for it. So now I'm going to move this out of the way. This is our scoreboard. I'm going to have to bring you out a little bit, I think. Let me just grab the camera here. No, we don't want that one. Take that off. And just bring you back a little bit so you can actually see this. It's a big board, but I don't use it very much, and I don't use it enough really. You can get metric plates to go with it. This is inches, and down the bottom here, if I just bring that up slightly, you can see there's a score tool on there. Now normally at the top here we have a little trapdoor at the top here, and you store in there some little markers to go along these little holes. So if you're doing regular measurements, you want to do lots, you can put your little markers in there. Sadly, I've had this so long, the markers are now non-existent. They've all got lost over the time. You get 6, I believe. So you could do your scoring on here, use the tool at the bottom here, and you would score down on the 2-inch and the 4-inch and then turn it. I tend to use the other one because I tend to be cutting and scoring at the same time. If you're just working on 3D projects, this is a really good tool. Hi Rhonda, nice to join, and you could join us. Now, I just need to get my glasses back on. So we're now going to make some score lines on here. I'm going to just crease these very lightly on those lines so you can kind of get the gist of where we're going. Okay. It makes it easier to see where those lines are. Now what we're going to do, we're going to score this section to the corner, to this mark here, and then the same down the bottom here. Now I do need to get down close to my screen. There is a 0 on here, so you can use that one as your marker, and I'm going to get this point in that groove. Okay, then we need to have one down the bottom here. So this is a really good time for me to take my Sharpie excuse me, and come down in that groove. Now I don't want to get my head in front of the camera, but I do want to make sure that I've got the right line. So this is the 6-inch hole here. So this is the line that we need. Okay, so I'm putting my Sharpie marker in there, and I'm going to just colour this line. I've got a fine tip here, and I'm going to colour it from the left side and the right side. So there's a deep channel in there, so I'm colouring on both sides. This is a job that I should have done a long while ago, but if I'm going to start using it more, which I probably will, I need to have this centre line done. Okay, so just move the nib to the left and to the right. So it's on the 0 here at the top. There's a 0 on the top line, but 6 inches on the bottom line. Okay. There we go. Put that back in my caddy. So there is our centre line. This will help you enormously when you come to do things like this. We're going to... Hi, Angela. It is exciting. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. So if I'll bring myself up to the camera when I finish, if I remember. I've got some lovely little earrings. I was going through an old jewellery box, and I came across, I've got a lovely necklace. Those of you who see me regularly will know I've got a lovely owl necklace. It's given to me by a friend here in the village quite some time ago now. And my reaction to it was so great that she said, oh, this old thing. And to her it wasn't special, but to me she could see it was really special. So she gave me that. Anyway, in my jewellery box I've got some earrings, some little owl earrings that match that so nicely. And as I was going through this old jewellery box, I thought I must wear them a lot more. So I do tend to wear them a lot now. Now what I'm going to do is wear this, imagine this noughts and crosses board here. Okay, I'm going from the corner here, which is the middle square really. So if you find that in the groove here, and with your marks, your two edges here on the black line. Okay, this is the centre point. We know we're going to be square, don't we? So we're going to come down there to where they join. Okay, at that point. Just make sure I'm in there. And then we're going to have this groove in here. We're going to have that groove down. Okay. So you can see on here, it would be easy obviously if you were in person with me. So I've gone from that point out and this point out, and now I'm going to turn it and we're going to do the same. So we're going to put the 2 points on our black line. So this is our 0 or 6 inches. And I'm going to find with my ball tool here, I'm going to find the point at which those two meet. And I'm going to come back up and then I'm going to find this point at which they both meet and come down here. We decided this afternoon it was easier to see on the scoreboard here. Okay, so I've done that on all 4 of those now, so that's good. Now the next step I'm going to do is to mark just 2 of the sides, and I'm going to mark this middle section at the top here. Now obviously this is 6 inches, so the middle is 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can find a pencil that was on the table here. I did have one earlier. Let's see where I threw it. There it is. So I'm just going to mark that with a pencil. So if I pop this in the middle here, I can find my 3 inches on the top here. So I'm just going to put a little pencil mark, and then I'll turn it around to the other side, and I'm going to do the same. So I've pushed into the corner, and I'm just going to mark it on here. And like I said, you don't see me using this very often. It's just purely because it's partly laziness getting it out, but doing a lot of 3D items, it is really, really worthwhile. So just to show you another way of doing this, I'm just going to get a ruler out. Okay. This doesn't need a metal ruler, but I'm going to do the same. I'm going to find this point here, okay, and this center point here. We could do it on the board, but I want to show you different ways of doing it. I'm heading for that little pencil mark and putting my glasses back down, the small tool. So I'm going from this intersection here, and I'm going to go up to that pencil mark, okay, up there. Okay, once I've done one, I'll fold it, and then you can see that makes sense on the second one. This is the middle point here, the intersection, and I'm going up there like so. Okay, so if I just crease those for you now, I'm going to crease all of those tram lines nicely with the bone folder, all directions. Again, just gently because it's paper at the end of the day. Okay, now these ones, I want to score these corners. So we are going to literally fold that over. If you put your fingernail in the corner here, I can zoom you back in again. Look. There you go. So if you put your finger in the corner here, fingernail there, and you can bend that one back, just back again on itself. Okay, and we're just going to score that one inside. Okay, and then the same on this one. We're basically bringing those 2 creases together. Okay, so it's going to go like so. So we've done the crease line, so it's better. It's broken those fibres. So the same here, we're going to fold this fold line into that one. So you're just going to crease that in there. Okay, but you've got a score line in there anyway, so just use that line. Okay, bone fold it just to crease that one on the inside, and then these 2 here. Okay, and you've got the score line there just to back it up. Okay, so making that score line, it just helps you. Okay, so this is going to be, here's my sample now. I'm doubting myself. I think I might have done too many. No, I do need all 4 of those. So these are the 4 sides. Now, the ones we creased on the middle here, we've only just done 2 of these. So you're doing the 2 opposites. I'm going to show you this one. So you're going to literally have this one bending in. Can you see where my pencil line is? Just move forward a bit. So there, and it's coming from there into this corner. Okay, so you're going to crease that one in and fold that, and then crease this one in. You can watch this on playback and then pause it as you go, but I'm literally going to crease that line in. I need to do it flat on the table, so I'm just going to poke that along there. So these 2 are creased in. Now can you see how that is going to fold like so? Okay, so just fold that in that way. Now I'm going to do this, repeat the same on the other side. You only need to do this last step on the 2 opposites, not all 4. These others are going to be your front and back of the bag. Okay, so I'm just going to get that tool. So I've shown you different ways of doing this. You can do it on the paper trimmer. You can do it on the scoreboard, which is really handy. There is a metric plate as well if you're metric girls. I have got it. But it depends. If you're a big box maker and you do lots of scoring, there's another one I've been asked to repeat, is the tissue box holder. So I need to do that one again. The trouble with my tissue box is the fact that the manufacturers do change their measurements. So from time to time, I have to just check the measurements are still current. Okay, so these are coming in like so. Okay, I'm just going to quickly grab a rubber and take out, oh, she says, it's there, and just rub out those pencil dots. Okay, I did them slightly larger so that you could see them on the camera. Okay, so take those out. Now we are ready. So if I bring this in, this is your front and back of your bag. These sides are going to come in like so, and like so, like so, like so. So they will all come together like this. The only thing I haven't done yet is to cut these corners off. Okay, now this is going to cut when we've finished the whole of our noughts and crosses board. Is we're going to cut from the outside creases, and we're going to cut these off across here. Now my little guillotine is here, which is really the handiest tool to have. So I'm just going to bring this across, and again, you won't see it online probably. That's which way is easiest to see your lines. Some papers, some designs, it will be easier on one, and some will be easier on the other. You're just going to use those school lines. If you can't see them, then you need to just put a little dot on the inside there and there, and then cut them off. Okay, just make it work easy for you. She says there and there, and cut that off. So you will be cutting those corners, but they will still all fold in. Okay, so that's what we're aiming at on all four. Okay, so again, if you can't see them, just mark the inside of those, tiny little bit there, and pop them in your trimmer. Make sure the pencil lines are on your cutting blade, your cutting piece, there and there. Double check and cut them. And then this one is on that piece and this piece. Okay, you can't see it on the camera so well, apologies for that, but it's close to, you'll be able to see it. Okay, and then the last one on there and there. Depending on your paper design, some will, like I say, some will be easier to see than others. There we go. So we have 4 corners cut off there. Don't need those ones. Okay, and there is our little finished bag. So now when we fold all of this together, your plain one is at the front and the back. We're going to fold these side pieces in, or everything comes inwards, 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 like so, and inwards, inwards, and inwards. And there is our little bag. Oh, bless. Anne's deep in crufts. Yes, please, for the tissue box cover. Excellent. You'll be in Raleigh. Oh, lovely. I'm going to be in Strasbourg, so we don't leave till Wednesday. Hi, Gillian. Hi, Sandra. So we've got several of you on here tonight. So there is our little handbag. Okay. Now to progress this, we're going to cut. Now I haven't looked to see if this is still current. We need a 2-inch circle to make on the top here. Now I'm not sure whether that's still current or not, so I do need to double check that online. If not, find a die. It doesn't have to be exactly the right size. It's just going to sit on here, and you'll see how I'm going to do this for a handbag. So our lovely punches, I've got them in every single size they've ever done. They're very, very handy. So I don't know. Oh, that's not big enough. So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap card, and I'm going to punch a 2-inch circle out. Just play about with it and get something that works similar. We've got some lovely dies, even if they're stitched. Stitched edges actually would be lovely around here. So the shapes, stitch shapes that I've used a lot recently, they would be really good. But whatever your shape is, it's going to sit on the front here, like so. Now we're going to make a little ridge along the top. So if I bring you back onto my grid, my scoreboard here, as you'd expect with a 2-inch punch, 2 inches there, the midpoint is 1 inch. So whatever your middle point is, we want to go 1/8 to the left. So I'm going at 7/8 on this size. So 7/8 here. And then 1 1/8 the other side. So we're just making a little barrier in the middle there. And you won't see it until I've creased it, I don't think. So let's just show you this. So that's what we're aiming at. A little ridge on the top. And we've got that dead in the middle because we've done it 1/8 either side. So whatever side you decide to use, just go slightly left and slightly right, okay? You have to go down to a 1/16 of an inch instead, do that. But just want to have that little tram line along the top there. Okay, so that's that piece. So as always, I'm just going to use my bone folder on there to crisp those up. So we've got nice even edges, and that will be on the top. So the last thing is we need a 3-inch piece by 1/4 of an inch. So back to the little trimmer where I discarded it. Now I think this piece here will be about the right size. Let me just check. Yes, it will be. So because on this narrow piece here, I can't actually see any measurements for 1/4 of an inch. I'm just going to put pencil dot. My first piece has actually erased it's worn off the markings. So I'm going to just mark it on here. So I'm using 1/4 of an inch. You could do 1/2 centimetre. It doesn't have to be precise. I'm just marking where that one is this end. Okay, so I'm now going to turn it round so I've got something here to hold, and I'm going to mark those 2 pencil lines again are on my cutting edge of my trimmer. One at the top and one at the bottom. Make sure I'm lining them up exactly where it's going to cut and cut it. Okay, that's done. And we want it 3 inches this way. This is not my design, by the way. It's one that I found recently. I'm not sure if somebody else shared it with me or whether it was one of the pop-ups I saw, something I was scrolling. I've got a feeling someone shared it, but I can't remember who, what, where. So now I want 1/4 of an inch, sorry, again on the edges here. So if you pop it in the top here, on top of your score tool, instead of 3 inches, want the short and small end there. There's a large and a small on here. And the other place you can find your score tools is on the end of your take your pick. Okay, depending on which combination you've put which way round. You've got one here that's a small end. You twist it and unclick it, and you've got the wider one on that side. Okay, so it's entirely up to you which you like. I tend to like to leave it on the small one because I use that one most. Okay, so it's on the end of the take your pick tool. So I'm going to use this one because I'm on the board, 1/4 of an inch in, and just score that there. Turn it round and score it there. Like I say, if you're somebody who likes making a lot of 3D objects, then this is your best friend. I will start using it more because I think it is a really useful piece of kit. It's just laziness not getting it out. So I'm going to just crease that one back, that one back. This is going to be our handle, okay, and we're going to just attach it with a little bit of Tombow on those 2 ends. Just need to curl this middle piece. Think like when you're curling ribbon. I'm just going to curl it. Like to go from both ends, holding where I'm going to glue it, and just curl that in like so. And there is my little handle with the 2 kicky outy pieces. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Like so. So there's the handle, and there's the 2 pieces we're going to attach it on. Okay, but we're going to attach this on first because it's easier. If you wanted to, you could actually texturize this. You could play with this. You could do all sorts with it. I'm going to leave it plain today, and I'm going to take my little handbag here. So this is what it actually looks like, just to make sure you've got it the right size, the right shape. I'm going to come in a little bit. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. Come in a little bit. Back the other way. Oops. Stop. No, you guys still going. I'm coming this way. There we go. We'll leave it at that. So this is the shape it's going to look like. Okay. So you've got 6 inches. Just to recap, you're scoring at 2, scoring at 4. Okay, you're going to turn it, and you're going to score at 2 and 4 again. That's your noughts and crosses board. You could use ribbon for the handle, Yvonne. I will come on, when I stick that on, I'll try and just recap how I would do it, because different ways of doing that. So then on the 4 corners, you're going to score from this crossing point here out to the corner. So I put that way round and I put the point there and the point here and score. Okay, you're going to do that on all 4 corners. Then chop those corners off from your noughts and crosses on one side to noughts and crosses on the other. Okay, and then it's just 2 sides that you do into the middle like this. Okay, makes sense because you want your front and your back of your handbag to be plain. Okay, so these ones stay lovely, that side, and the side will come in. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to the back and the front. So I'm going to put my adhesive on here, at half. Got some combo here. Okay, lay one side of the handbag on there. Because it's 2 inches punch and it's a 2-inch gap, it's perfect. It doesn't have to be like that. You could make it smaller or a different shape even. Just experiment. Play with it, have fun. Okay. Oh, low battery. Can't have low battery. Oh dear. Now I've had this on charge all day. That worries me. So I'm concerned that's going to die on us. So I just will go run and get my little power bank. Just a sec. I've just got to stack this up just to get the right height for that to reach the device. That is charging. Now that's really weird because, like I said, did charge that all day today, and it's obviously not taking a good charge. So, in fact, I asked David to charge it, so I'm not sure where he plugged it in. This would be good to fill with tiny chocolates for Easter. Absolutely, Marilyn. We had that conversation today. I'll show you at the end. You'll finish. You'll be able to see what happens. So these ones are all folded in. Okay. This is now on the back of the back of the handbag. This is going to be your catch, your fastener on the front. Okay. I could have used white card on here just to give it more of a contrast. You can just play about with the colours. They're going to be absolutely fantastic, and I know you're going to love them. So the girls spotted them today on my desk, one of them, the other sample with the celebration papers, so they wanted to make it. So I'm now going to go to the handles. Now the handles are going to stick onto this little piece here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here. I'm close enough to the camera. I think you should be able to see this okay. So side view, it's going to fit. It's the same width as that piece we've done in the middle. Can you see that all right? That's going to attach that end and the other one the other end. So let's get that down first. Now, with regards to the ribbon, Yvonne, next time you're here, I will show you there are different ways to attach ribbon. You could wrap the ribbon. If you had some fine ribbon, you could attach that all the way around. So I would tend to say, have a join in the middle, come along here. So put maybe some tape along there. Never use our Tombow wet adhesive for ribbon. It will seep through and it'll be ugly. Even if you can't see it immediately, it will seep through. Please just don't use wet glue, PVA. We love our Tombow, but please don't use it on your ribbon. If you use tape, the red liner tape or the tear and tape, you could cut that if it needs to be a little bit narrow. You could just, that's only a short strip. You could cut that a bit narrow. So you could put that down the middle, start your ribbon here, come along here, leave enough length for the handle that you would like, and come in this end and overlap them so they're in the middle here. So the join would be in the middle. Then that would be nice and supportive and secure. That would be the best way to do it. Okay, I hope you got that okay. So I'm going to just come on here, oops, and put a little bit of Tombow on there, and we're going to do the other end. Place it in there and just hold those ends whilst it dries and just sets for it's about 30 seconds and Tombow is set firmly. Okay, If it leaks out a tiny little bit there, just put my glasses down. I think I can see a little bit of glue. Just run your nail along the side there and take it out. Okay. I have moved that without having my glasses down. Look, there we go. Can you see that okay? So just on those two ends. Sorry, I'm jiggling you right near the camera. There we go. And just twisting that away. There we go. So now on this piece, this is going to be where your catch comes, your fastener. So we're going to put that over here. Okay, and then we'll be finished. Cute, isn't it? You're welcome, Yvonne. No worries. So on this side, what I would use on here is, they call them hook and loop. Now I have my little, but you know I use my empty boxes a lot. I have my magnets in here, an array of magnets. These ones are too thick. These ones are too big. I need to get myself some that are a little bit smaller than this, but thin. Okay. But in the meantime, I do use they're really big. I don't know what I got those for. So anyway, I have hook and loops here. I've got those two. Okay. So I'm going to take one each off those. Is there an end on here? Yeah, there's an end there. So I will just take a pair of snips. I've got a pair out to use today and now I can't see them. So I'm going to snip one of those off. This is the hooks. That's the hooks one. And then I'm going to snip one of these off and find the end. Where's the end? There. Snip one of those off to use. I'm going to teach you a little trick with these. First of all, I will put the loopy bits. You've got the hook and the loop, okay? So the first one to do is the hooks. Get them on first. So I'm going to put them on the inside here, just in the middle of that piece. Okay, so you can see that going in there, just in the middle. So that's hooks, okay? Now, before you attach the loops, I'm going to say, give it a little bit of a haircut. Very cute, lots of work. It's not really, Rhonda. I'm doing it to teach you, but when you get in the swing of them, honestly, it's so easy. So this, I'm just going to put my scissors level with my, this is the felt side of it, the fluffy edge, okay? I'm just going to take some of that off, okay? Just reduce some of that fluffy. For such a tiny project, you could just get your magnets and drop them on a glue dot and put them on. They would be brilliant if I'd got the right size. I'm just literally shaving a little bit off there. Okay, we just want to take some of that fierceness away from it. With such big Velcro dot, it would be really, really tacky. All right, I'm just going to try that on here actually. Just pop that on there and then you're going to pull that off. That's much less, less severe than it was to start with. Just going to give it another little bit. Okay, just take some of that off. Okay, you don't want to make it bald. Okay, so do just try it beforehand. I'm going to peel that one off now and we're going to stick it onto here. Make sure we line them up properly. So I'm sticking those two pieces together. It's on there like so. So then we're going to build this together and we're going to attach that down with the adhesive side showing. So we've got our little handbag there. Gently poke that on in the side there and then we're going to undo that there. So now we've got that in the right place. The adhesive has stuck and we're just going to pierce that together. And there we go. There's our little handbag. Now they will fit a chocolate in there, a single chocolate. We're going to put a little catch on there as well, a little decorative gem. Now I have several gems in here. I'm sure that we are all the same. I haven't been through recently to make sure whether they are current or retired. I've got some gold ones. I've got these ones were from, which was these ones? These were Opal Round Assortment. I've got a feeling these were in the annual catalogue. So I am going to use one of these because I've eyed up these ones here to use. These clear ones, but they've got a little bit of a fleck in them. So I thought that would look quite nice. I use my tweezers. You could equally use your, take your pick tool, the putty end. Just going to place that on there. Remove my tweezers. Press that on there nice and firmly. So there's my little catch. Just a faux catch. Just put something on there. So that's that one. And now this will take an individual Ferrero Rocher chocolate. Oh, I've put it on the other side, haven't I? Silly, silly Billy. I've put it on the back of the bag. Can't have that, can we? There you go. That's just so that you don't do the same as what I did. I've lifted that off there and I'm going to put that on the front. Okay. There we go. You want to have it where your glue dot is, so it's going to be the bumpy side. Okay, and that is your catch. You love it. I guess you could double the measurements to make it a matching pair. Absolutely. You get 4 of these out of one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. Okay. Imagine these. You could even have them if you wanted to. You wouldn't really put a handbag, but you could put them as with numbers on them. You could even put numbers on the bottom and have them as advent on a tree. If you made them in Christmas paper, so put some little Christmas bags. But I've got another project that they eyed up when they were here today. Next week, while I'm in Strasbourg, I will see the annual catalogue, the new one that starts in May. And I'm hoping, I've got a list of things I need to look to see if they are still in there or not. So I'm really looking forward to that, to whittling through my list and seeing, yeah, what's coming up, what's staying over. So that'd be good. But yeah, I will be bringing you another one soon anyway. But they are lovely little treats, just as a little gift. If you're making a gift bag to put a present in, a bigger project, you could actually have one of those tied on there with some ribbon. Just hang it from the tag, couldn't you? So have a tag behind it and a little gift just with a chocolate in it. So things like an individual Ferrero Rocher, a Lindor ball, anything like that. And today the girls said about you could actually put a note in there. You could fold up a bank note and put in there. I know I have overseas visitors, so you know, I'd say, you know, here would have a £5 or £10 note, £20 note, whatever. You could fold up and put in there. I would just maybe put a glue dot in the centre so it doesn't just drop out and they lose it. So, but apart from that, that would be a good way to. But they get a note, a bank note inside there. Okay, so I hope you like that tonight. Please make them, and as always, if you, oops, camera just went a little bit catch up there. If you do make them, just pop a photo down below for me so I can see what you've made. But they work with any papers. That's the size of the bottom, so you've got a decent size in there, 2-inch square to go with. Okay, so here was the one I did with my celebration papers. The one that I saw, somebody had just put a little circle in there with the sentiment on. That sentiment was from it's on here. This one, it's an online exclusive one, sharing loving crafting, and it was this one here, just to brighten your day. So it's a really nice one to do. So that was just put on another circle and just inside there. Okay, and there's my glue dots on the inside there again, my Velcro dots, and I put a little pearl on that one. Okay, so there's your matching pair you were talking about. There we go. So yeah, they do look cute together, don't they? Okay, so have fun and enjoy making those. What else did I say I was going to show you? Did I say I was going to show you something else? Oh yes, I do want to show you something else. For my local people, I'll just come out and bring the camera out a little bit. I'm just about to pop this online. Oops, daisy, I've gone in and out. Look, we're zooming around here. It doesn't move in slow motion, does it? Yes, you can. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Can you see all of that on the screen? I think you can. So this is just about to, I'm going to go back and post this now. There's a few of us going to be holding an event here. We've got a QR code on it. My friend Natalie Travis from the States is going to be coming over for 10 days in April. So on the 11th of April, we're going to be holding this event not far from me, probably 15 minutes or so down the road, just off the A11, those of you who are local. It's going to be a really good event. Yes, for me, need to make this, bless you. So the details are on there now so that you can pause that screen, take a screenshot, but I will be posting it electronically as well, together with the link where this QR code is going to the booking form. It'll have all the information on there. Pop your details in, do the payment transfer, PayPal or bank transfer, and then we will have you drop into a spreadsheet. Okay, so take a look at that. It's going to be a really fun day. And the food is absolutely gorgeous at the Grain at Rowdham. It's a really lovely venue. Those of you who know the area, it's on the site of the English Whiskey Distillery Company, next door to Swallow Aquatics. Okay, long straight piece of road, and there's two businesses side by side. Okay, who is coming from California? Anyone you might know? Yes, Natalie Travis. Natalie Travis. She's one of the $1 Million achievers, Stampin' Up achievers. I think she's been doing Stampin' Up for 28 years. Really good friend. I've met her a few times over this side and in Europe. And yeah, she's going to come over for 10 days, which is going to be lovely. And then later in June, Joy Nelson, who came last year and did a live with me, she's going to come over for a week in June. And that's the 2nd to the 9th of June. She arrives on my birthday. It's going to be lovely. So we're going to literally pick her up from this train station and we're going straight out for dinner. So it's going to be lovely. So it's 2 visitors this year, which is really good. So any of you overseas ladies, Rhonda, I know you're here. And who was the other one earlier? We've got, we have other people that come on here. I don't know who we've got tonight. We haven't got them tonight. But we do. And you want to visit Norfolk, we're the ear above London, then please drop me a line and let me know. And we do have beds here. You can come and stay with us. Okay, so I should be on camera here, really, shouldn't I? There we go. Instead of looking at the poster, you've seen that long enough. Yeah, so we do like visitors. So our overseas visitors are more than welcome. And we do have train stations very close by. Okay, so that's all from me tonight. I will not be live on Wednesday or Sunday next week. Sunday I will be literally travelling home, and we won't be here by that time. But on the Wednesday, I'm hoping I might be able to go live on location. So I might just pop in, say hi, this is where we are. So that might be nice. So you might suddenly see it pop up. Shame you work on Fridays. Oh, bless you. That's Marilyn. Sorry, I was just looking to see who that was. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't find a date that is good for everybody. We couldn't use the weekend. We were trying to go for Saturday, but the venue is so busy serving on food-wise on a Saturday and Sunday that they can't let the meeting room go. Okay, it's an extension of the restaurant, but it's beautiful food and definitely worth a visit. Okay, so take care, everybody, and I will maybe pop in on Wednesday if I can try and get online and just say hi. And I will be posting a couple of things on those 2 sessions so that you can view something anyway. Okay, so take care, and I will look forward to coming back to you when I hop back. I'll be home on the 16th, Sunday later on. Okay, thanks so much, Debbie. Yeah, we're really excited.